Hey everybody, this is Bradley Bennett with Semantic Mastery, and today we've got a special guest on with us, Amin. He's from AIanswer.us, and I was just telling the rest of the attendees that are here about what I've been having him and his company develop for us at TreeCare HQ, which is my own local SEO agency. And part of what we call the directory hybrid agency is we're having an AI agent developed that will do inbound calls, voice, SMS, email, do all kinds of stuff. It's amazing, and it integrates with high level. And I'm so excited about this. And I know that it's going to end up replacing the call center that I use for tree contractors and everything else. That's the next agent that we're going to have them develop. And so I'm going to butcher it if I try to explain what he does. So I'm just going to turn it over to Samin. How are you? Samin.
Thanks for the warm intro, Bradley. This is great. So yeah, I just had a what we're building right now is actually really cool. The idea is that we kind of replace the job of the appointment setter altogether. And we've been developing a lot, and I kind of prepared like a little presentation for you guys, just so I can take you through my background so you can see why we're doing this essentially and how we kind of got started, right? And also some cool little like projects we've built with this technology so you can like get a little feel for it. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
That's great.
So
And so, like I said, I'm going to be in the background, just providing support when you need it. But I'm going to turn the floor over to you and let you kind of run with it. And then at some point, when it's appropriate, I'll jump in and give some
yeah,
people examples of what it is that you're doing for my agency specifically, and how that's going to integrate with our what we call the DHA program or Directory Hybrid Agency program and all of that. So, but please take it away for now, and I'll jump in when needed.
awesome. So let me share my screen and let me know when you can see it. It's
I
looking a
can see
little
it.
odd, but it should be fine. Okay. All right. Hey guys, Simon, just redoing the intro, but regardless, I run this company called AI Answers, where we're trying to fully automate the appointment setter. So just a little bit of background and why like I'm qualified to do this. Uh, I've been a software engineer forever. I've like had some internships in the biggest companies, some corporate jobs in Amazon, etc. And I've been working in tech for a long time. So basically, I know what I'm talking about. And I've founded this company right after we kind of discovered this voice calling technology, right? Uh, the job was great and all, but the thing is, the life was kind of like this. Uh, you just go into the office, come back. It was not it. So that's why I wanted to find or actually run my own company based on this really cool new tech we developed. So based on that, I started like kind of like a YouTube channel. I guess now it's more, but this is like an old thing. We started a YouTube channel while we've been marketing this kind of software we've developed where we're kind of automating away the appointment setters. So we're actually literally taking a voice call. We can make it do voice calls. We can make it do SMS. We can make it do emails, WhatsApp, whatever it is. Basically, it'll have a conversation back and forth. So it feels like a whole human interaction. And I'll show you exact examples of how we actually use this and even like made a lot of money from it, right? So I'm gonna skip this slide, but here is a little overview of our what we do. So right now, all our whole operations run through YouTube, where people like Bradley find us and then start using us. And we try to build an exclusive community where we give access to like a really cool software platform that I'm going to show you in a bit. Um, and we're developing exactly what we need, customized to each agency to actually end to end have a fully booking system, right? And let me just give you a little product tour and how it works. But at a high level, it's just this. So we have a platform where you get on, you create an agent. It's super simple because it's just like filling out a form, right? And then you set your follow-up cadences. So basically, let's say becomes really important when, let's say, you talk to someone or you send them a message or a call and then they don't respond. What happens here is most salespeople will either kind of forget to follow up or they'll just keep their loose track, right? But the AI in this scenario will always know to kind of follow up, and we can set up these kind of follow up cadences so we can make sure that we're always bugging the customer. So until they kind of say stop or anything, so we get them the help they need. It doesn't have to be anything, but it can even like do stuff like if the customer asks like, hey, how do I let's say, how do I automate SMS? Our AI has the intelligence because it reads from a knowledge base that it can pull out context and then tell the customer and then provide it. So it's kind of like a naturalized nurture sequence where it's not like we're just sending spam. We're actually helping them through stuff and questions if they have a problem, right? So after that, it's pretty simple. We have a little CRM that we built into our system as well, where you can see who's been contacted, who's been who has a booked meeting. It's you don't need to use this. We've also built this into Go High Level, so you can do that as well. I think Bradley will show you that later. But at the end of the day, what we want is someone signs up as a lead and you get them as a meeting so you can close them. At the end, all you do is you look at your calendar and you close them. That's all it is. So in the entire sales pipeline, we're automating it. And let me show you a quick little demo of this. I'll give you a product tour and I will show you a little video that I made a while back. So here's like let me log in. Okay. So imagine it what we try to do is make this as simple to use as possible. That's the goal. Because we try to make it simple, that's why you see nothing on it. And it's only based on API where we can do all of the customizations. So just to keep it simply, let's say you want to make an agent that does phone calls for you. All you do is you hit new agent, you can type in a goal. I don't know, tree care. Let's name him Brad, and then his goal is tree care. It doesn't make it have to make sense now. You can edit it, but we've tried to make it simple that all you have to do is provide the starting message, provide the instructions, and then the success metrics is something where you can literally be like, I'm looking for these qualifications. And this is all plain text. So you just be like, let's say, is this client make $10,000 a month or more, right? That can be like a success metric, something you're looking for the AI to find out. And you'll see that directly in your CRM, right? Everything else, you can trigger automation. So you can pull stuff from a database that the AI can answer. So it's like if you have a ticket number, you can address those things, or you can send payment links, all that stuff. You can transfer really easily. And this part everyone really loves is the calendar integration, where all you need to do is just put in your Go High Level API key and calendar ID, and you're done. It can literally automatically, on real time, make calendar appointments for you. I'll show you a demo of this real soon. We also have these kind of text agents where let's say you can go in and just as simply create agents that'll do SMS, WhatsApp, and email. And this is really cool just because we have a multi-channeled approach and all agents kind of talk to each other. So it's not like one channel that dies out, but like let's say a lead will come in and then they'll text me on WhatsApp. I'm responding to them, and then they're like, "Give me a call." It will give them a call, and I'll show you that as well. And then yeah, just as also all the follow-up sequences, whenever you want, etc. We can set this all up. If you want further customizations, let's say, you can literally go into a workflows tool, and let's say you use high level or form bricks, you can literally lead connector. See, we have everything built in, so we can create automations super simply from inside the platform. So all of this is done. The analytics are there. This account doesn't have much, but I can show you a quick demo. And the really cool part is you can literally have this and resell and white label this console, because what permissions tab, what this kind of allows you to do is let your customers only see what you want them to see of the console. So they can, let's say they can only see the recordings. If you're running calls on their behalf and you're managing the agents, they will only see the recordings and the analytics. You can do all of that. A quick little example is, oh, I think I have it open. So here. So this is high level. This is just a random high level dashboard, and it's embedded right in there. So you can actually just use high level, the AI Answers platform through high level. So you can manage all your agents, see all the recordings, everything. And let me show you a quick I think this is it. That's not it. Uh, Let me find the quick video. I think it's this one. Okay, I'll show you this video. Just a quick question, Bradley. Can you hear the audio from my computer?
I'm not hearing it if it's playing right now. You
I'm
might have
playing
to
now.
select, yeah, you might have to check your audio options
You
and
can't hear anything right now, right?
leave computer audio. I don't know if that's, yeah, no, I can't hear it, is what I'm saying. I don't know if the attendees can hear it, but I certainly can.
Yeah, I just need to know if they can hear it or not. That's the only thing, but I will link it in the chat just in case.
You guys hear the audio from him? No. So that's no.
I'm gonna place this here. This is a private video and this is brand new, so be careful. But just for you guys, I'm trying to figure out how I can make you guys hear this.
I'm looking
If
at
I
the settings now. I've not done a video in a Zoom meeting before, so I'm looking, see if I can find it for you.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a video. It can also just be like any audio that's outputting from my computer. You just need to be able to hear that.
Yeah, I can't figure out what that is. So
Let me see this. Oh, share sound. Okay, I got it.
you got it? All right.
I
Well,
think so. Okay.
I've got a flow chart that Cecilia created. It shows the how your agent that you're developing for us
Now
specifically works with my agency. I'll share that with the group too as soon as you feel it's
you have a
appropriate.
lot of leads that you should be able to see it now, possibly, or hear it now.
Okay, go ahead.
You need to kind of just let me know if you
reach
can hear
out
it,
to
and then it'll be fine.
keep track of a bunch of concurrent conversations, right? So that's where this kind of works the best.
Yes. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. Okay, I'm just gonna play this from the start. It's nothing crazy, but you guys will just see how it does all the follow-ups. It can qualify it like, and it uses a multi-channel approach to actually get a client from end to end, from lead to meeting. Okay.
Hey guys, I'm quickly demoing our AI follow-up system so you kind of understand how it works. So imagine you're like running ads and you have a lot of leads that you need to kind of reach out to and then keep track of a bunch of concurrent conversations, right? So that's where this kind of works the best. And it also does relentless in follow-ups. So imagine someone comes in to a website and there's a form that they have to fill out. So they get like a lead magnet or something and we get their information, right? So let's say I'm doing that. Okay. So if I do this, what I want to do now with that lead is one, we have to qualify the lead. And then two, we have to make sure if they are qualified, then set a meeting so we can actually close them, right? Okay, so because we've done that, look, just as I filled out the form, I just got a notification. Essentially, it's saying a voice AI will call you soon, or you can say whatever you want. This is a WhatsApp bot, so I can also respond to it right now. But let's say what we're going to do now is when it calls me, I'm going to ghost it. Oh, yeah, I also forgot to mention. It also sent me an SMS, and here's an email that it just sent me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ghost the call, and I'm going to show you how it's going to keep following up, right? Okay, so here I'm receiving the call, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to ghost it just because this happens a lot, let's say. So let's say I didn't answer the call. It goes to voicemail. I'm saying, let's say, so yeah, it's going to keep following up with me, but let's say I'm on the road. Can you call me? So thanks for your response. Oh yeah, because I submitted. Yeah, this is my number. Okay, so I'm receiving a call. Let's answer it.
Hey, Salmon, I'm Sarah from AI Answers. I just saw your form submission and I had a few questions about your business and if we're a good match. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds great.
Awesome. Do you have any questions about what we build?
Yeah, what do you build?
We focus on helping companies automate their meeting pipeline using AI. Basically, we can instantly contact leads, nurture prospects, and get them to actually show up for meetings. It's all about making your life easier and boosting your client conversion rates. Does that sound like something
Yeah.
you'd be interested in?
How do you do the follow-ups?
We handle follow-ups through various channels like SMS, email, and WhatsApp. Our AI agents can send multiple messages, sometimes more than 10, to ensure clients stay engaged. It's all about keeping the conversation going without you having to lift a finger. Does that help clarify things?
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Great. So what type of business are you running?
I'm running, I don't know, like a coaching business.
Nice. Coaching businesses can really benefit from automated follow-ups. Do you need help with building AI employees like me, or are you looking for something else?
Yeah, I think that would be nice.
Cool. Now, just out of curiosity, what's your current monthly revenue looking like?
I make $2 a month. I'm trying to qualify.
Got it. I appreciate your honesty. Just one last question. Do you have a budget, or are you willing to invest in building these AI solutions?
No, I don't.
Thanks for sharing that. While it seems like we're not quite a match at the moment, I appreciate your interest. One of our representatives can still share some resources that might help you in the future. Would that be okay?
Yeah, but I actually lied. I make $2 million a month.
Okay. Wow, that's impressive. If that's the case, it sounds like you might be a great fit for our services. Since you're interested in building AI solutions and you have the budget, would you like to schedule a meeting with one of our company representatives?
Yeah, sure. See, now it lets me book the meeting.
Awesome. Could you tell me your city so I can schedule the meeting in the right time zone?
Yeah, I'm in New York.
Great. Would you like to schedule a meeting for tomorrow, September 9th, or the day after, September 10th?
I have to go right now. So imagine I just like right before hanging up and then the meeting doesn't happen. I kind of hang up. What's going to happen is basically the AI will know that in the pipeline that I'm not kind of booked with based on my email address, and I was qualified. So it's going to actually follow up again with me. So, it gets the meeting booked, right? Okay, so I just got the text. So here. So basically what this says is we didn't schedule a strategy session, but if you change your mind, I can assist you with any doubt. So just follow it up. And let me just tell it, can you give me an invite link? So pretty simple. I just said, can you give me an invite link? Essentially, yeah, it just sent me a quick message with the invite link for the meeting that I can book into. Or I could have just, natural language texted there that I want to meet at 2 p.m. and done that back and forth. So either way, what I'm trying to show is that it's going to be doing all the follow-up, and through multiple channels. It's going to also send me that stuff through email as well. So everything is like always up to date, and we're making sure we are getting the meeting at the end of the day. Oh, I forgot to mention.
Okay, this
so
part's just showing the
making these
console.
agents.
But you guys get the gist. Hopefully, if you have any questions, let me know. Can the AI cold call even without using a force of it? Yeah, of course. But that's very simple. You just need to put in a number and then it'll cold call. But in the US, it's not very legal, so I would advise not doing that. So there's always that. We have some off-the-shelf solutions where we can actually use and do SMS and WhatsApp cold, because we're not using off-the-shelf solutions like Twilio, and we have our own infrastructure, but because we built it for a real estate client, but we don't sell that often. Regardless, this is kind of like the bulk of the software. Hopefully it makes sense for you guys. Basically, all you got to do is create an agent, you set the follow-ups, and then you monitor your CRM and you see the calendars on your booking. That's all we're trying to do, making that a process as seamless as possible and automating it without having people do this on your behalf. You also train it on your business knowledge, so it can also answer questions about your business to your customers. So that's the presentation I just wanted to give to you, just so you understand. We're building this out. This is a brand new product with everything together. AIanswer.us. This is where can the system send them yeah, of course. The system can send them to a demo. We can configure it to do whatever you want it to do, right? You just need to talk to us. It's literally a service where we're building it for you. That's why we have testimonials so much. And we were in Bloomberg for this too, because we were the first people doing this. Regardless, yeah, there's a lot of videos on my YouTube channel as well. But if you guys want to reach out to me in that way and have like actually any questions, let me know. But a lot of the information I try to put out in my YouTube channel and some cool use cases we've done. So for example, let me see, where's the mirror board? Here's some examples of things we've done. Like literally, this was way back. This one, the political calling, we got, that's why Bloomberg featured us. It's because we literally cloned a politician's voice. He asked us to, and it was a demo, so it wasn't anything crazy. But we cloned, and then we could like talk to voters with his knowledge base and his policies about what's going on. So you can, the AI cold calling, this was like 7 months ago plus, but literally what we could do, we could call a massive amount of people posing as the AI for the constituent and then telling them to go out and vote and stuff like that. That's one thing. And then for real estate, we've done really cool things where we like kind of will call realtors because they're businesses, so that is legal. And we'd be like, hey, do you have a property that's off market that we can buy and put a cash on an offer? If there did, we'd like schedule an appointment like that, and then we'd send someone out. They would kind of inspect it, they would flip it, and then make a lot of money. These are some really cool use cases and very creative use cases you can do, but it can just work in like regular agencies where we kind of like identified for this one agency. We basically doubled their client conversion in 30 days with this, because like we were looking at their sales processes. They only do ads and cold traffic. And then they used to qualify with a form, which a human SDR would have to follow up, which is a massive bottleneck. And most companies will have this. So when you solve for this bottleneck, or at least you alleviate the pain, you can double your conversion rate and your money will go up, or your revenue is going to go up significantly. So these are the types of things we've been working on a lot. Essentially, we've been, combining. Now we've been trying to combine all the different types of agents so they work seamlessly together to kind of get a job done. But yeah, that's what I had, guys. If Bradley, you want to show them what we kind of are helping you guys build right now, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I'll do is I'll show you guys how the use case for what I hired AI Answer and Sumit's team for specifically, and then how it's integrating into the agency process. And then ultimately the next agent that we're going to have them develop is the agent for our tree contractors, which can then be trained for various industries to do the same thing in different industries. So we're going to talk about that in just a second, and I will show a couple of slides that with some graphics that basically show the process that they've developed for us. But before I do that, I mean, you just mentioned something, because somebody asked about, can you have them, the AI agent, do cold calls? And you said it's not really legal, but that's to consumers. But business to business calls, it is legal, correct?
Yes. Business to business, it's good. To consumers, when it's to consumers, it's more so cold calling. But yeah, to consumers, it's not. To businesses, it's a gray, but it's normally fine.
Okay, yeah, because that's what I think most people here would, at least I'm assuming, would be the way that I'm having this first agency develop, or excuse me, this first agent develop, guys, is for us to help our sales process at Tree Care HQ, which is my local SEO agency. So let me demonstrate that first, and then we'll talk about how we're going to have it developed for integrating with our tree care contractors. Okay, and all this is done and integrated in our high level account. So here's a graphic that Cecilia, who she's kind of a JV partner with me at Tree Care HQ right now, because she's been helping to kind of spearhead this app development. And so essentially what happens is, through the directory process, for those of you that are unaware, I have a directory. It's called treecarehq.com. That is what I use as my prospecting and sales machine to initiate conversations with contractors or business owners of the tree service industry, tree service contractors, etc. And so what happens is we do cold email outreach using just cold email to contact potential contractors or business owners, or tree companies, excuse me. And then what we do is we ask them to confirm their information for their free directory listing on the treecarehq.com site. Okay, And then when they reply, when we get a positive reply back from them, whether they say, well, any type of reply, then the AI then processes that reply and determines, is it positive, is it negative, or was it no reply? And if it's positive, then what they do is the next thing is acknowledge the reply and then send a notification asking for the service area radius. So essentially, and that's precisely what we're looking at here. The prospect gets added when the cold email reply comes in, goes into high level, the AI agent picks up and then sends a notification acknowledging the reply, and then 2 or 3 minutes later, it sends another SMS and email requesting the service area radius. So in other words, hey, thanks for replying and confirming your information for your directory listing. Something else we'd like to know is how far out are you willing to travel for jobs? Essentially, all they're asking for is their service area radius. So the AI agent does that. When the prospect replies back, it says, oh, we go out, 10 miles for jobs. They say, okay, great, thanks. So acknowledges that reply or that response, and then says, we're going to send you the directory listing for review, in the next day or two, or whatever it says, whatever we've listed as the time limit, till the directory listing has been developed. And then we're basically giving them notification like, hey, we're going to contact you in a day or two when the directory listing is set up and deliver it to you at that time. So then once that kind of automation is done, then my VA picks up, which then the person who's responsible for creating the directory listing, then they go finish the directory listing, and then all they do is add a tag to that contact that then triggers the next automation, which is where the AI agent picks up to then deliver the listing. It sends again SMS, email, and voices. It can do it does all three, just depending on if like voice is the last thing. It waits for replies via email and SMS first, and if no reply is received from those two channels, then once the wait step is passed, then it will will do an outbound call to that prospect, that company owner. Okay. And then basically it says, hey, we've got your directory listing published and it's ready. We'd like to review it with you to make sure everything is accurate. Something else we found during the process of optimizing your listing is we found some problems that are preventing you from getting jobs in the areas that you claimed you said was your service area, or that you claimed that you say you wanted to get jobs from. When can we schedule a call for us to review this with you? And so basically the AI agent is doing delivery process and then scheduling the call. And just so you guys are clear, the whole point of this was because we've been doing all this process manually since I started the directory agency for TreeCare HQ, which was about 4 years ago. It's been done manually. So there's only so many conversations I can have at any given time. And I've got a partner now, Harry, who handles that. So we are the bottleneck. But the AI agent gives us the ability to scale because we call her Scarlett, but Scarlett can handle unlimited amount of conversations simultaneously. So we can increase our sending volume on the cold email side of things, which means we're going to have more replies coming in. The AI agent processes all the replies and we're not 100% there because we're still developing this second stage here. But the goal is to have the AI agent manage that whole communication process all the way up until the booked sales call, or we call it the delivery call, but that's where we start the sales process in that call, if that makes sense. So currently we've been doing all of these steps manually within high level. So it's partially automated, but this automates it 100% all the way up until the book sales call, so that we can significantly increase our cold sending volume on the prospecting side of things and only field conversations manually when it's an actual booked call, if that makes sense. Or if there's something that breaks the automation where the agent is unsure of, and then it sends us a notification that we have to jump into the conversation manually at some point, which is going to happen from time to time. But the point is, again, this is giving us the ability to significantly increase our prospecting, so that we're only end up spending time talking with those manually that have actually booked the appointment or have expressed significant interest. So it kind of eliminates the need of all that manual communication in this process here, when we're not sure if it's ever going to lead to a booked call, if that makes sense. Any questions on that? Or anything you want to add to that, Simin?
No, this is fantastic overview, actually.
Okay, perfect. So what does the AI directory setup cost? So if you want to answer that, I'm gonna pull something else up.
I don't know what that means, the AI directory setup cost, but normally, yeah, it's on a project basis, but right now we just do it on retainer, so it's around like 2 to 3K a month, depending on what you're doing. And we're building this out for you just because it's increasing your conversions by a lot.
Yeah, and so the first agent, like I said, that they created for us is for us to help with the agency side of things, guys. And I'm getting in here so I can show you guys something. I put pause my screen for a minute. I'm going to show you guys an example of this as soon as I get into HQ. Just give me 1 second. So anyway, the first agent that they're built for me was this to help us with our sales process, which is again booking appointments, delivering getting the required information from the client for the directory listing, or from the prospect, I should say, then booking or doing the delivery of the prospect or the listing once it's been published, and then booking a call where we then address some of the online marketing deficiencies that we identified when we were processing the lead to develop the directory listing. So all of that stuff is information that is added to the high-level contact record by the VA that does the publishing of the directory listing. So all that data is present, and the AI then pulls from that data from in the contact record to then send that delivery message, which then says we've identified something that is preventing you from getting jobs in the area that you said you wanted to get jobs from. We'd like to talk with you about that. When's a good time for us to have a quick call? And then that books the appointment. And then when we get on the call, now there's been all this conversation that has been, rapport has been built with the contact, and we're delivering something of value. And then we're going to transition into offering some solutions to some of the problems that are preventing them from getting the jobs that they, from the areas that they said they wanted to. Now, this is obviously for a service area business, guys, but let me show you now. I'm going to grab the screen. I'm sorry, I didn't have the screen. I was getting prepared for this. So let me give you guys a quick example. This is a directory listing for one of our tree care contractor clients that came in through this exact same process that we're talking about. Now, it was before the AI agent did it, but it's the same process. Okay, so this is Box Tree Care in Leander, Texas. You can see this is the image where this is where the client, or they're a client now, but this is where the tree contractor said that they will take jobs, this is their area that they want to get jobs from. Okay, so the point is that with the in high level, we use Instantly for cold email, but Instantly does the cold emailing out to the list that we add to it. And then when a contractor like this fellow here, when he replies and says, oh yeah, this information is correct, or no, the website is wrong, or the website is missing, here's the correct website URL, or whatever it is that they're confirming or correcting in that cold email outreach, where we're saying, hey, this is what we have for your company. Can you confirm if this is accurate, or provide any corrections if it's not? And when they reply back, they tell us, okay, yes, everything's correct, or no, the phone number's missing, or this phone number's changed, or whatever it is. Now we've got a reply from them. So then the AI agent says, okay, thanks for confirming your information. By the way, something we'd like to know as we're preparing your directory listing is, how far out do you go to get jobs? And so then they're going to reply with the service area radius. Okay. And so that gets added into the contact record. Once that's done, then say the acknowledgement goes back, says, okay, thanks. We're going to prepare your listing and contact you in a day or two, or whatever it is, to deliver that. So now we're getting permission to then contact them again once the directory listing is ready. So then that triggers in the pipeline. If I show it to you, let me just show you guys real quick, just so you can see how it integrates with high level. So in the opportunity pipeline, you'll see under directory main, when the contact is replied, then once all that's done, then the VA, the card moves into the lead processing, so the VA is then working on publishing the directory listing. Then when the VA is doing the research about the online presence, so scraping all the data that they can find about that particular contact, they're going to determine where are their deficiencies. So we have these, foot in the door reviews, foot in the door website, foot in the door GBP, foot in the door other. That's what the FITD stands for. So depending on which deficiency or deficiencies we've identified that the contact has, we will then tag them with that and add them into that appropriate pipeline. And then what happens, or the stage of that pipeline, I should say. And then what happens is once the directory listing is ready to be published, then these two images are created by the VA. Let me just give you an example. This is the first one, which is that was based upon the reply that the contact said is the area that they want to get jobs from. But then the second image that is created is this image here. So this is the image showing where they're actually getting jobs within that service area that they claimed was the desired service area. So that's where in the delivery message now, the AI agent says that, like, hey, listen, we've identified a problem that is preventing you from getting jobs in the area that you claimed. Here's where you say you wanted to get jobs, or this is where you say that you want to get work from. Here is where you are actually getting work from. The area is in green, and that's it. Let's have a talk. Would you like to have a talk about how we can help you resolve that and get more jobs from the areas that are currently red? And that's basically it. And then the AI agent then books the appointment with either Harry or myself, if that's clear. And so that's basically the process, guys. Is again, right now we're having the AI agent do that, those two kind of steps, which is helping us with the book sales call process in the agency. Then as soon as that's done and we have it fully integrated and working the way that we want it to, which is not there yet, but as soon as it is, then the next agent is going to be an agent for tree service contractors, for my Tree Care HQ contractors, that then will help them to book appointments for estimates and jobs, right? Because there's usually two appointments that need to be booked for tree service contractors. There's the estimate request appointment, and then usually there's a follow-up job appointment. Unless it's a small job, and then at the end of the estimate, they do the job on the spot, but it's usually rare. It's usually two different appointments, estimate or quote request, and then there's the job appointments. And so that's the next thing that we're going to have developed, is where the high-level agent, or excuse me, the AI agent, will then actually look at the contractor's calendar, find and then book the appointment based upon what parameters we set for, estimates versus jobs, etc. If that makes sense. So that's kind of the next step once this is fully integrated into our agency process. Any questions on that? Anything you want to add to that, Samin?
I think it's kind of like hard to imagine what AI agents do, because like literally you can make it do almost anything that a person does on a computer. So as long as you can write it down step by step, we can make it follow a process, and it taking its own decisions to make stuff happen.
Correct. And so it speeds the process up considerably. And somebody was asking, what is the directory site? Well, here you can look at this listing. There it is. There's the directory site. Yeah, so essentially it's speeding up the process to where, like I said before, guys, we had been doing manual process. And ever since I started this 4 years ago, I've been managing the conversation throughout this whole process. And it's time consuming. You end up spending a lot of time conversing and texting and emailing back and forth. And tree guys tree guys typically, they like to jump on the phone often. So there's a lot of time spent communicating with prospects that may not end up having wanting to book an appointment to learn more about improving this, right? So instead of us having to do that, now we have an AI agent that can manage this for us, so that we can increase our sending volume, and we can basically only have to manually enter the conversation when there is something that the AI can't answer themselves, or when a booked sales appointment has occurred. And then we jump in and take over the conversation at that point. So it allows us to scale so much more, if that makes sense. And then also the last part of this, guys, is there is another agent that I'm going to hope to have developed, which is for my tree service contractors. Currently, I still, to this day, I'm using Answer Connect, which is a live answering service with people. They're humans. And, I've been using them for 10 years. But I'm pretty sure that I'm going to end up having AI develop the call center to answer consumer calls from people looking for tree services, and actually get all that information. Because right now I've been paying Answer Connect for 10 years to do that for me. And I'm pretty sure that AI Answer can do that for me as well. It's not actually going to be that difficult. And in the long run, it's going to be less expensive than what I'm currently paying Answer Connect. If that makes sense. So, okay. Well, if there's no questions, guys, anything else you want to add to that, Samin? And is there any kind of an offer, or is it just go to your website?
Honestly, right now, things are built out a bit more custom. So at this point, what's the website?
Or just send me an email. Here's my email as well. Is the AI conversation from SMS saved to the
Yes.
Google? Yes, yeah.
Yep, there's recordings and all the kind, that's something that Harry was real particular about, but all of the communication is kept within the conversation view of the contact record in high level.
Yeah.
Whether
And
it's
also,
SMS, voice,
Mhm.
any of that, right?
Yeah. Well, and whatever you need it to do, we can configure it to do. That's the biggest thing too, right?
Yep.
This is pretty new, and this technology is evolving super quick. So we want to kind of like corner a niche and then make sure we're developing an end-to-end solution the best way possible. That's why it's a bit more custom right now.
Yeah. And then the other thing is that we're having developed is like, and I know we talked about this like just a week or two ago, Simin, which was the black box to convert data input into universal data output so in other words, for one of the things that we're working on right now, guys, for our agency is the review offer. That's the third of three offers, the front end offers that we provide for TreeCare HQ clients. And so the review generation and campaign is one of the problems that we found whenever we contact different tree service contractors. We ask them, do you have a list of customers? It's always in different formats. Their list is always in different formats. It's never universal. So it's a very slow and tedious process to format a contractor's customer list into an appropriate format that then can be imported in a high level or to AI answer, et cetera, to send out review requests and everything else. And so Simin is also going to be developing the black box, as he called it, to where we can input the form or the customer list data in pretty much multiple formats, and then the AI will process it and format it correctly to where then it can be imported into high level and the AI answer system seamlessly, essentially. So that's going to significantly reduce our workload, because right now we have a VA that manually processes the contact list, and it's a pain in the ass because the data is always formatted differently. So it's a very time consuming process. Hopefully that's clear.
Mhm.
Okay. So anything else, guys? Because I don't see a lot of questions coming in.
There are a couple on the chat, but I guess it's just, is there plans to make it SaaS with API access? Yeah, it's already a SaaS with API access already.
Yes.
But the SaaS it's not like a widespread SaaS because there are things we're kind of working towards. So the SaaS is more so private for people, like for example, Bradley has access to it, but not everybody does.
And I've not even been into the dashboard. Cecilia does that. Cecilia, are you still on? She is. Cecilia, can I bring you on for a moment? Would you be all right with that? She said, yes, I asked. Okay. I didn't even see you. I didn't see that you had. So please come join us.
Yo,
How are you?
I'm all right. Okay, so I just wanted to add a little bit of clarity in terms of like connecting the dots between what Simin posted and what you showed. So Simin, you showed the dashboard where people could like add in the path and the goals and stuff like that for the bots that they wanted to the agents, sorry, that they wanted to build. So I just wanted to add some clarity and some context in the sense that I came to this from, I don't know how many other bots that I've tried or created or used and all the different platforms. I just wanted to make sure and make it clear when you say that the cost is whatever the cost is, that it's two different things. That platform that you showed might seem like it's like the bot builders where you're kind of responsible for building out all these different things. And that's not what yours is. You're just getting the idea of what the person's wanting to accomplish. And then behind the scenes, you're doing the custom build from beginning to end. So it's not the coding on our end as a user that we have to do. That's on you guys. So that's the difference of why you can pay whatever, a couple $100 or $100, whatever like that for the bots out there, because you had to do all the work and figure out all the different steps. And instead,
oh, it's so much work.
Yeah.
Right. Instead, what you're offering is a similar front end UI that lets that's the person kind of just give you a concept of what they're trying to accomplish. And then you guys are custom coding it and filling in all the holes that the other bots that are out there can't do.
Yeah, all the integrations and everything we are doing. The biggest part I'm trying to show with the console is just, let's say you need to change, my company name is X to Y. Then you do it yourself. You can do it yourself rather than having to talk to us about it. Making some little things easy for you.
No, for sure. That dashboard, that UI is great for being able to do that stuff instead of doing some chit chats here and there with no tracking. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that was clear that it's not the same thing as all the other dashboards that are out there for bot building. because that was kind of unclear. And then Bradley on his end, when he was showing the high level integration and stuff like that, let me convey, we're doing a lot manually in these automations and stuff like that AI answer could be doing in-house
Yeah.
in a comprehensive manner. And we're going to move towards that. But that just speaks to what AI answer can do in terms of their custom, because they're able to just plug in holes and fit into the current processes that we needed to run at this time, and then grow and modify and change and fit into the new holes or create completely new solutions for us as we go along. So that's kind of like, just to add that clarity in there. You don't have to be, if you're piecemeal, if you don't want to jump into the whole thing and you want something that fits in here, AI answer will work with you. If you want something that's in a box, business in a box kind of thing, and it's like beginning to end, they can do that too. So it's like, it runs the gamut.
Yeah, and just to be clear, like we're still developing our kind of sales process for Tree Care HQ. So that's part of the reason that we haven't fully turned it over to AI yet, because we're still tweaking and testing and trying to dial it in. So there is still a lot of manual components and that's by we intended for that. That's by design currently while we develop our sales process. But once we've proven that out to be, consistent, then that's when the AI can automate the vast majority of it. And that's the whole point, is because it's going to allow us to scale so much more. Because right now, we, the people, are the actual bottlenecks,
Yeah, I would recommend not. I mean, we've all done the ChatGPT thing. We all know about the hallucinations. So when we do this manual process of having a piecemeal so that we have oversight over the different chunks in an isolated manner, we can kind of like zero in on, okay, this needs to be tweaked just a little bit, but everything else is fine. Or this needs to be tweaked over here, and everything else is fine. So if you just do the whole run the gamut, then it will take forever to kind of figure out the issues.
Yeah. Ask Cecilia how she knows.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Feel free.
you spent 4 or 5 months developing the first version of the AI appointment booker for tree care
Yes.
contractors, and it worked, but it took you several months. And so Cecilia actually came to me and was like, well, I found this company, AIanswer.us, that like that's all they do. And I immediately jumped on it. I was like, I appreciate all the work that Cecilia put into it in developing it on her own. But I said, I'd rather have these guys, which are experts at all this, develop it, and we'll get it much faster to, in production than if we had done it ourselves, where we're trying to like learn the process as we go through it. So it's been a pleasure working with these guys too, just to be clear. So they're good. They're good at what they do.
Thanks, guys. It means a lot. It's fun to work on these kind of like complex niche problems, because like there's so many like little things inside that you never like think about, and then those automations have to be built as well.
Yeah.
So it's always going from end to end. There's going to be a lot of little, like it's not a straight line that it's built and it's done. It's more so like there's ups and downs everywhere. So there's always new
A bunch of
challenges.
branches that goes down. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, guys. So let's try to wrap up in the next 5 or 10 minutes tops, guys. So if you have any additional questions, go ahead and ask them. What would be the monthly cost?
Everything depends on complexity, honestly,
Okay.
right? That's the thing. I can't give you up, because like someone can just need like nothing, just need like, advice on how do I use this API, and then some other person might need a massive build out. So that's what I'm saying. It depends on the use case, and I'm happy to kind of help anyone out.
Gotcha. And you know what, Samin, you were posting all your links to just hosted panelists, so nobody's seeing this. That's why. So let me grab that.
Oh, no wonder.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's okay. Go ahead and post some of these.
Oh my God, was I answering the questions to host and panelists as well?
Maybe.
Yeah, it was. Oh my God.
So yeah, guys, the link to the site is aianswer.us. I'm going to post that in the chat as well. Samin also I just posted his booking link. There's the site.
I want to send them my email and my number too. So they just want, if they want, I'm available right now, and I'm very willing to.
Yeah. So guys, anybody that's interested and wants to have a chat with Samin, just go ahead and
shoot me an email or a text. I'm very happy to.
Perfect, man. That's awesome. Okay, well, if there's no other questions, guys, we'll wrap it up. It's been almost an hour, and I know it wasn't the most polished presentation, but that's okay. It didn't have to be. It's really the technology that's impressive to me, and like I said, I'm super excited about it. We've been slow to have this. We have been like not Samin and his team. His team's been waiting on us to do stuff. And so you know, part of the reason it's not we don't have ours in full production yet is because we're not comfortable with entirely with our sales process just yet. So but we're getting there. We're damn close. So I imagine within the next, you know, couple of weeks, we should have that in full force booking appointments for us, which that's my goal anyway. So let's see, Bradley, what's a good place to buy a subscription for the map radius? You showed that map radius with the heat map. You can do that with Bright Local, but that particular image was generated with Lead Snap. Just so you know, I use Bright Local for my agency clients, but Harry's the one that does the most of the sales call stuff now and communicating with tree contractors, and the image that I showed you was done using Lead Snap. So there's Bright Local, and I'll give you the Lead Snap link too. Okay, hopefully that's good.
Yeah, hopefully
Okay,
everyone got
guys.
answers to their questions, because I answered a lot, but I think
Let's see. So
there's so many.
yeah, so Jeff and Elaine, I guess. He said if you want, you can jump on a call with him and he'll answer your questions.
Yeah, just shoot me an email or like a text message. I'm available, guys. So any questions you have, happy to answer them.
Yep. I think that's it. I don't see anything else coming in. So right on, man. Well, I appreciate your time today, man. And we'll probably have you come on again and do it at you know, especially once we get our agent in the live fully in the production mode, then it would be a really good opportunity for us to have you come back and do another presentation again, and I could show how our agent is actually working in real time. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
that'd be awesome.
Yep, love to. So, okay, guys, we appreciate it. Hey, Cecilia, thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, no problem. Let's make my fingers
right.
itchy.
All right, guys, we'll talk to you. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Bye.